Hello everyone and welcome to J-Hook Crochet and More. Thank you for joining me today. And before I begin, let me just remind you all that any YouTube channel, previous video, web page, pattern, Facebook group that I mentioned in today's video will be linked in the description box below this video, so it is easy to find. I have quite a lot to talk about today, so let's get to it. First of all, good news! If you remember, in the last episode of What's on the Hook, I told you about a few packages that I sent out in the beginning of December and are being a little delayed because of some stupid regulations in the Deutsche Post. So I'm glad to report that all three of those packages have now reached their destinations safely. My swap partner in New Zealand received her box, and my giveaway winner from the beginning of December received her box, and she sent me a picture of it. And Chris from Crochet Recreations with Chris Loves Crochet, she received my Secret Santa box after we did our Secret Santa for Charity YouTube event. So she did a video on her channel, and you can look for a link in the description box below. Next on, I have received my very first knit crate. Now, I know you've watched everyone already opening up their knit crates and you already know what's inside, so I'm not gonna do that. But I do have something to say about knit crate. I have been looking for a yarn subscription box for a very long time, and if you watch my channel and if you follow my comments on other channels, then you probably know that it has been going on for a few months. And right from the beginning, for me, it was a value for money question. And the problem is, even though you watch other people open their knit crates, you never know if the value for money really is working for you until you actually get one. So I waited and waited, and I followed one of those get your first knit crate for $5 links. I will leave that specific link that I used in the description box below this video. It's still good. And if you follow it, you get your first knit crate for only $5. That's including shipment. If you're in Europe like me, that's less than €5. That's about $4.60. Including the shipment from the US, that's really nothing. And you can get your first knit crate for that amount, see if you like it, and then if you do or if you don't, then you can either continue your subscription and pay the full amount next month, or cancel it and not get it anymore. But this way you can at least get one crate for less than €5 or just $5 and see what's in there. Is it worth the $24.99 a month that knit crate cost? Well, I got mine and I was very, very happy with it. You've probably seen everyone open theirs, so I'm not gonna do like a big, huge unboxing and everything. I got the Energize Me, which I think is perfect for me because I love those colors. And you've seen other people open them, so there's no need to start saying what kind of yarn it is and everything, but I love them. And I also like the patterns that we got in the box this month, and I was very happy with it. So me, personally, I'm probably going to keep my subscription for at least another month, and I'll tell you why. Because next month, the designer that Knit Crate partnered up with to make up the colors for the yarn is Glenda from Creative Grandma. Now, I know a lot of other YouTubers, they don't look ahead, they don't read the emails ahead, they don't watch the previews because they want to be surprised when they open their box. Me, personally, it does not make sense for me to do a whole big unboxing thing and be surprised, because by the time the crates get to me, I've already seen everyone else's videos and there is just no way to avoid seeing them and, be blind and not know what's coming. So for me, it doesn't make sense, and I do like to know ahead what's coming in my package. So I looked ahead, and I'm not gonna tell you what it looks like, but I have already seen all three colorways for next month. They are all inspired by this like fairy tale theme that Glenda from Creative Grandma came up with. And just think Glenda in a hank of yarn. That's what the colors look like. They are incredible. So if there was ever a time to try Knit Crate for the first time, it's now. February is the month you want to do that. So if you have never been a subscriber of Knit Crate before and you want to try your first Knit Crate for just $5, like I've said, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below this video, and there really is not a better time to follow that link and get your first Knit Crate for $5, because just really the colorways for next month are incredible and you want to get that. So that's it about Knit Crate, but that's not all about subscription boxes in general, because I have a new project that I'm going to have on my channel, and I'm going to subscribe to different subscription boxes and get at least 1 or 2 of each, and then I'm going to have a video showing you all the variety of the different subscription boxes that I got, and I'm going to have a whole review of how much do they cost, what do they give you in the end, including shipment to those of us who do not live in the US, or including shipments for those who live in the US and want to subscribe to a European box. I also got some that are not that popular. I mean, Knit Crate, literally everyone gets it. I have seen people get the Crochet Surprise. I have seen people get ones from Crochet Society and many, many more. But I've also looked for ones that are a bit smaller, more niche kind of yarn clubs, and I'm going to have them coming to me in the next few months, and somewhere around summertime I'm going to sort of conclude the 6 months of subscription boxes that I got, all the different clubs, all the different yarns, all the variety, everything you get in your boxes. What is it worth? I know there are some other videos like that online, but I'm gonna have my point of view from a person who most of those subscription boxes are being shipped to out of state. So I think I'm going to have some other angles that you may have not yet heard, and maybe they will interest you. So that's coming up. Of course, on my weekly updates, I will still show here and there what I got, but I'm not going to have huge unboxings and oh, look what came in this month's box, because there is enough of that out there and you don't really want me to do it as well. Next up, Stitchfest, Niagara Falls. Everyone's talking about it. Really sorry, I can't go there. I have heard other people also say that they cannot go there from different reasons, but for me it just doesn't make sense. I live in Europe, I have 2 little children at home, and it really does not make sense for me to fly from Europe to Canada for just 1 weekend. If I do that, then I will have to plan a longer trip and maybe stay a week or more, and then I will have to get my whole family to go along with it. What am I going to do with my kids in that time? What will my husband do in the time? If they all come with me, what will they do when we're there? If I go by myself, what is everyone going to do without me? So it's just not possible for me. I am sorry, but it's such a great idea. And on different live chats, I've met other people who have the same problem like me, us European folks that can't really afford to do that. So over the course of the past few weeks, there's been like here and there small talks about let's have our own European Stitchfest. You know what? I'm going to do that. So I'm really good at organizing things. I'm a person who like to take those initiations and organize events and meetups and stuff like that. That's really up my alley. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now, if we're gonna have our own Stitchfest, then we need a name for it. That's where we're going to start our planning. We're not gonna start with when is it going to be, where is it going to be, can I come, can I not come? First of all, we're gonna have a really cool name for it. And us here in Europe, we know how to do things big. We have the Eurovision, we have the Euro Cup, we have the Euro Basket. So we are going to come up with a really cool name for our version of a Stitchfest, where all of us from Europe can get together and do something fun together and meet each other in person, in real life. Everyone who wants to take part is invited. I am not excluding people who are not from Europe. If you want to fly over here, you are more than welcome. But we are going to do it European style. What I need from you is suggest names come up with names for our European version of a meetup and post them in the comments below this video. I do have one demand. Somehow in the name that you suggest, it needs to be European related, so it needs to either say Europe, Euro, or something else that you associate with Europe, that will give it the European edge. And please don't just write Euro Stitchfest or something like that. We want it to be cool, okay? And the person who comes up with the name that we eventually choose, they're obviously going to get a prize. Let me show you what they're gonna get. The person who comes up with the winning name will receive this awesome cake of yarn. This is the German version of Schalina cake. It's called a Scarfy cake. It is made by me, that's the brand, Scarfy Cake. It's 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, 5% polyester, 150 grams, 440 meters. It has beautiful pink and purple colors, and it's sparkly. It has some sparkle to it. I hope you guys can see it. It's beautiful. So the winner, the one who comes up with the winning name, will get this cake of yarn and this nice pack of charms. It has like a little unicorn, a butterfly, a little bird, something nice that says love. So you can, you know, hang it on your projects, make it into stitch markers, hang it onto a necklace, your choice. So this pack of charms that is also like a pinky golden theme to it, and this beautiful pink cake of yarn, that's what you can win if you come up with a winning name. And I'm sorry, that's not just going to be a draw. I'm actually going to go through the names and find the one that I think is the best, and I'm going to console some other European yarny friends that I have met on the awesome yarny community, and together we're going to choose the one name, and I'm going to tell you in the next video who won and what is the name of that event that is coming up. On to finished objects. The first two are actually a set, and you've probably already seen them on my channel. It is my 3D diamond stitch hat and scarf. The scarf was made as my 2020 Ice Yarn Challenge scarf, and it's already up as a tutorial on my channel. Maybe you can see the 3D diamond effect. It's a little hard to see with the yarn that I chose. I know that it wasn't the perfect yarn for that stitch, but I thought I'm gonna make it again in a solid color, just to show you guys on one of my upcoming videos, so maybe you can get a better idea of what the stitch looks like. But if you look at the video itself, the tutorial video, there are some nice shots where I turn the scarf around and you can really see how the diamonds are popping out of the surface of the scarf. And there is the matching hat. The tutorial for this just came up this week on my channel, and it is the same stitch and also the same yarn, and they match. I really like that set, and I think it will look beautiful in any color. And something else that I wanted to say about these is how proud I am of myself, especially for this hat, because I had the stitch, I had, you know, the count and everything down, but after I finished the scarf, I wanted to figure out how to make it into a hat. And if you design things, then you know it's kind of hard. When you have the idea of how to do something flat as a flat project, it's not the same as doing something as a hat. Because not only you have to figure out the working in the rounds, you also have to figure out either decreasing for the crown, or if you start from the top then increasing. I was just very proud of myself that I could figure out how to do that all by myself. It's the first time I actually did something like that, And for a first time doing that, I am very happy with the end result. I think this is the first time I made a hat that's all my design, that I didn't follow anyone else's pattern. And I must say that I'm very proud of myself for doing it. Maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's not the prettiest pattern, but for me, it's a big step. I count it as a win. The next finished object are those 2 shower puffs that I made. They're kind of cute. I made them from the leftovers of the cotton yarn that I used to make my market bag, also a tutorial on my channel, and I had quite a bit left over, so I managed to get 2 of those shower puffs. And because the yarn is variegated, then they came out really nice. They are each half and half. This one is kind of half pink and half purple, and this one is half blue and half dark purple, and they just came out that way. I did not color plan it or anything, so I'm really happy with that. It's really cute. The pattern, I did not use a specific pattern. I saw someone on another channel who made them, and on her video she showed them and she just explained in a few words what she did. So I just did what she said and these came out. I'm going to try maybe to link her video, or if I have time, I will go on her video and see whose pattern she followed, and I'm gonna link that. Let's see if I find it. The next finished object I have is this cowl. I'm gonna put it on for you for a second. So this cowl is made from the yarn that I showed you last time that I dyed myself at home. This was the 100% wool that I dyed with using candy in my own kitchen, and it turned into this cowl. And because it's 100% wool, it is very warm and cozy, so I really like it. It fits the German weather at the moment perfectly, and I think the colors are really cool looking. I mean, the yarn works out really nice. I'm very happy with this as my first ever attempt of dyeing yarn and then working with the yarn that I dyed. I'm very happy with how the yarn worked out. It's really nice. The pattern for this was a tutorial by Fiber Spider. I think it is called the Easy Breezy Shawl. And again, like I did with my previous cowl, I just made it long enough until it went around my neck. I closed it into a circle and added the neck. So that's my 4th finish object. Next up, I have a hat that I made out of scrap yarn. This was just to use up some of my scraps that I had left over from other projects. Somehow the colors work well together, in my opinion. I'm not a very big hat person. I usually wear ear warmers and not hats, but I will find someone to gift this to. The next finished object I have, and the last one for today, is this cowl. This one is knitted and it is using the Wolong. It's a World of Yarn wool that you can get on the hobby website, and it worked up really, really nice. I love the color on this. I know I bought this yarn as a sock yarn, and after I worked it into a cowl, I think it will make great socks. It's so soft, and when I wear it as a cowl, it is also so very warm, and I think this will work perfect as a early spring cowl, something that I can wear, you know, now at the end of February, beginning of March. It will keep me warm. It is very, very soft. So I'm very happy with this one. And the pattern for this is the same as I have mentioned, not my previous video, but 2 videos ago, about the knitted cowl that you have to keep weighting your yarn as you go. This is using exactly 1 ball of the Wolong yarn. I think there are 100 grams per ball, and this one is using exactly 1 ball. I mean, look at what I have left of the yarn. That's it. It's like instant one ball project. Perfect. Next up is works in progress. So I have my temperature blanket that I've spoke about a few times, and I decided today I'm just going to bring the blanket up. So I'm not going to show you all the colors that I have for the blanket, just what I have from the blanket so far. So this is my temperature blanket. It is a chevron blanket, as you can see. This is just the month of January. I make one row a day according to the temperature of that day. And as you can see, the German weather is not all that exciting. You pretty much have blocks of certain colors. There's not a lot of ups and downs. It's either we have the whole week the same temperature, or it maybe changes once during the week. And it's mostly been between 0 and 15 degrees so far, so that's 3 different color changes. I predict that it's going to stay more or less the same during the year, because that's the way German weather is. It might go up to 25, 30 degrees. That's Celsius. I'm sorry, I don't speak Fahrenheit, but that's pretty much the range of temperatures that we get, and it doesn't change drastically. So I predict that this blanket will sort of be like color blocks of different colors, going all the way from those lighter blues to maybe some reds and oranges during the summer months, and then back to the lighter blues somewhere around September until the end of the year in December. I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I am making this blanket with yarns that I've received in my international yarn swap. They are all sort of the same kind of yarns, just different colors and different brands because they came from different parts of the world. And they were just laying there because I only have 1 or 2 balls of each of those yarns, and they didn't really fit any other project, so I thought it would be nice to use them for the temperature blanket. I am also using the very special stitch marker that I got from Julie from Kept in Stitches with Julie. She sent this to me in her Secret Santa box that she sent me during the Secret Santa for Charity YouTube event, and I really love it. I have never owned such fancy stitch markers before, so that was very nice of her, and I'm using that. And I am also using my one and only Susan Bates hook. I don't have any more of these because we don't get this brand here in Europe, and I have been gifted this also as part of my international yarn swap. Someone sent this to me in one of the swap boxes, and I cherish it dearly. It is a 5.5mm hook, has definitely become my favorite hook, but at the moment it's only being used for this project, and since this project is a year-long project, then it will stay with this until the end of the year. One more work in progress that I have at the moment, or rather 2, are these little guys. I am doing a crochet along of these little bear amigurumis. I'm going to try to insert a picture on one of the sides here of what it is supposed to look like in the end. This cowl is by, and I hope I'm going to pronounce this correctly, Mispeltoy Crochet. He is a designer who lives in the Netherlands, and he has an Etsy shop and he has a Facebook page, and I really like his designs. This is, I think, the 3rd pattern of his that I am trying, although I already have a 4th one waiting to be made. He designs amigurumi patterns, so if you're into that kind of thing, you should definitely check him out. And he is having a Valentine's cowl going along now. And for the 7 first days of February, between the 1st and 7th of February, he's releasing a part of the cowl every day, and they are like really small parts, so you can actually do one part a day and have it done by the 7th of February, or if you start a little later, then you can definitely have it done before Valentine's Day. And they are designed to be little hangers that hang on your zipper of your bag, but I made them using a larger hook than he calls for in his pattern, because I actually wanted them to be little dolls that I can give to my kids. And that concludes the works in progress that I have at the moment. I am going to do the stash buster that Crystal at Chronically Crocheting is doing. I'm going to take part in that again this month, and I believe this month is a shawl. I saw the draw the other day, and that is the item that came up in the draw for the month of February. I already have a pattern in mind, and I'm going to start working on that after the 7th of February, when both of my little bear amigurumis are done. And the last thing that's starting today, finally, is the hobby cowl, the Wonderland wrap shawl cowl that is starting today. I do believe that I already have the first part of the cowl in my email, and I'm going to go and look at that as soon as I stop filming. And hopefully this will be worth something, because they made such a big build up towards this cowl. I don't see the notifications and emails stopping anytime soon, so if you have been suffering from it as much as I have nothing to do but share your pain, and I can only encourage you by saying that it's only supposed to last for 7 or 8 weeks until the whole cowl is done, and then hopefully Hobby will leave us alone and let us just enjoy what we made. Last thing I have before I go, if you've stuck with me so far, you deserve a little prize. And I'm going to do a surprise giveaway. My channel hit 650 subscribers this week, and as of this morning, it's already 660. And I have a lot of people to thank for that. Wonderful people who shouted my channel out on different platforms. Just out of the kindness of their heart, and because they think that I have good content, and I really appreciate that. That warms my heart, and I am so excited and so very thankful. And as a content creator, there's nothing more exciting and touching than someone saying that they really like the content that you have to offer. So I am very, very thankful to all of you people, everyone who shouted me out on different channels, on different platforms, on Facebook, everywhere. I really, really appreciate it. And I even more appreciate that you all did that just because, and just like that. I didn't have to ask anyone. I never told anyone, can you please mention my channel or anything like that. And so the fact that people chose to do that is just heartwarming. That makes me feel great. And so I'm going to do a little giveaway for all the wonderful people watching me. And let me show you what you can win. So the winner of the giveaway will receive these 2 matching scarf cakes. It is the same yarn as I have shown before. It is the Scarfy cake from Made by Me. It is 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, 5% polyester, and wonderful rainbow colors with sparkle. They are the same color. I know the centers don't match, but come on you guys, color planning, right? I mean, if you do crochet and knit, you know how to do that. You don't have to always buy cakes with matching centers. That's just annoying to start looking in the store and getting annoyed because there are no 2 cakes with the same matching center. The solution to that is simply color planning. Okay, so 2 cakes of the same color of this beautiful scarf cake yarn, and some hand cream. This is again that brand Be Routine Cat's Castle. I've already had this brand of hand cream on a few of my giveaways. I really like it. This specific one is called Charlie's Wild Mojito, and you can expect a scent of mint and lemon in there. Great hand cream. And I'm going to put that together with these 2 yarn cakes as a thank you giveaway for watching. And if you want to take part in this giveaway, then you have to comment in the comment section below this video. And let's say that you need to put a certain word in your comment in order for me to know that your comment is to enter the giveaway. And that word will be mojito. Can you work that into your comment? Try to work that into your comment. If your comment in the comment section below this video will include the word mojito in it, then you will be entered into this giveaway, and I will do the draw before I upload my next What's on the Hook video and announce the winner then. The rules of the giveaway are quite simple. It is open worldwide. I will ship it anywhere in the world as long as you can receive this into your country. Other than that, please be a subscriber of my channel and please give this video a thumbs up. Other rules will be in the description box below, and I highly recommend that you read through them. That is it for today. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!